Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me for this week's reading. I'm going to be working with the Tarot of Transformation. As always, these are general readings, so they may or may not resonate with you. Okay, let's get into, oops, that's a lot of cards. Okay, you know what? I'll take them. I'll take them. All right. Okay. So the first card we have is Flowing with Change, and it's the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Now, I'm drawn to the spirals here. So for many of you, this is like one cycle of your life is complete and a new one begins. And every time we go through these kind of transformations, it's like, you know, it's a death of the old self. It's a death of the old way of thinking. It's a death of the old way of whatever it is that you've been used to. It's like the universe is forcing you in a new direction, and that part of you must die for the new to emerge. Okay, so you're going through these spirals of transformation. These spirals of transformation, what's it saying is flowing with change, is allowing this change to occur, allowing these deaths to occur. And when I say deaths, you know, we all go through these different things in life. Maybe you're gonna lose, you know, sometimes, I don't know if you're gonna lose your job. Maybe you're gonna, sometimes we experience losing a job or losing something that was stable at one point in time. It could be relationships, it could be friendships, in order to find ourselves. So it's really death of the old and then emerging of the new you, emerging of out of the old ways of thinking and believing into something new. And this is bringing a lot of good changes for you. I didn't want to say that you're going to lose your job. Hopefully none of you are going to lose your job, guys. But if you do, if you are in the midst of something like that, just know that this change, whatever this change is that you're going through, is what's going to transform you, and it's for the better. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune is always a very positive card. Rainbow Bridge, and then we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is not one of my favorite cards in the traditional tarot because, you know, it's all about deception and lies. But with this deck, it's showing a different meaning to me. And the Rainbow Bridge, it's about, you know, it's about mending those parts of you that feel robbed off, that feel incomplete, that feel, you know, maybe there were things in the past that were so unfair, okay? That were so unfair, that was so imbalanced, or that created wounds or imbalances in you. And the Rainbow Bridge is all about, you know, when I think of the Rainbow Bridge, to me, it's the bridge between this dimension and the other dimensions, okay? And what I'm feeling is you are an eternal child of the divine. You are an eternal, you are, you know, very loved by the divine. And even though you went through all these different things, you are loved, you are protected, and you're coming out of this darkness. And you know, the star here is just telling me that no matter what you have gone through, you've always had the protection of your spirit guides, of your ancestors, of your angels, and you are being mended. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm feeling with this. It's like whatever you felt was broken within you is on the mend. Okay, it's being fixed now within you. Then we have the Five of Cups. This is another card of losses, okay? We have two cards that reflect that. Anywho, so this is like Five of Cups. Like you're still regretting things from the past, okay? And it says natural intimacy. Maybe there are relationships, intimate relationships, or people that you were close to, and you feel that now things have changed for you. And Five of Cups is sometimes, you look at the past and there are regrets, and there are things that, it's like could have, should have, would have. You're still in that phase of regrets. You're still in that phase of, healing. And this card is again a very similar card. So I feel the majority who are watching, you're mending parts of yourself. You're healing parts of yourself. Okay? Maybe this goes back to your childhood, where you felt maybe your childhood was robbed off, or I'm feeling for some of you this could be abuse, physical abuse, or emotional abuse, or whatever this was for you. You feel there were parts of you that were wounded, and you're still fixing those. I don't want to say fixing, because we're all, no matter what has happened to us in the past, we're all complete and whole in each moment. So I want you to understand that no matter what has happened in the past, nobody can rob you of your spirit. Okay? And I'm just sensing with these two things, like the Seven of Swords, the Five of Cups is a bit of heavy energy for me. But in this deck, I'm seeing that, there's a lot of healing coming up. And yes, from time to time, you may feel down and you may feel depressed. But look at this. The sun here. The sun is always shining for you. Once again, there's a star here. So you've always, even though there is darkness around her, there is this light which is guiding her path. So whatever that is that you've gone through, going back to the first card which says flow with the change, these spirals, these ends, and these new beginnings, these deaths and rebirths, and all these cycles of life that we go through. And then we have instinctual wisdom, Nine of Discs. So this is the Nine of Pentacles, okay? This is the one, this is where you find your strength, your balance. And interestingly, we have wolves here. The wolves they work in, they go around in packs. They're all about, surviving with their natural instincts. The wolf is a very important totem for me because it is one of my animal totems, and I do have a very interesting story to share about the wolf totem since we're on this subject. When the wolf was my animal totem, I actually saw a wolf from the corner of my eye at my house. So I was in my kitchen, I actually saw a wolf, and I couldn't believe that I saw a wolf in my house, but it was in a spirit form. And then I got a lot of messages that I'm part of the pack, and that was the wolf pack, okay? And I felt very protected when I was going through that phase and having wolf as my protector guide. And I still do have that, but my guides keep changing. Even my animal guides come and go. But with this card, I feel like your instincts are on point because of everything that you've gone through. You can smell, when things are off a mile away. You can tell because the wolf has very sharp instincts. So it's like, because of everything that you have gone through and everything that has transformed you so much that it's like your antennas, you pick on things really, really fast. And the Nine of Discs is about, it's very grounded energy, it's very balanced within yourself, and you can move through life with this flow and with this swiftness, and your instincts are like, your intuition is on point. And there's a lot of wisdom that's coming through. Like, you could be just resting and you could just receive these downloads and these messages that would come through. Once again, 9 is the number of completion, and we have 10 year, which is again new beginnings. But there's a lot going on under the surface. There's a lot going on. You're self-healing, but you're being guided. You're clearly being guided. So there are things that you are shedding, and there are things that you are moving towards. There is a bit of dip, and we all go through that, where we reflect on the past and we bring about changes in the present, and that's what's going on here. But guys, you're moving to something so much bigger and better. You become sharper, you become resilient, you're self-reliant, you trust your instincts, and you go with the flow. That's what I'm getting with this. And you have these protector guides with you. You see, there's this wolf in spirit, okay, also watching. It's like you've transformed so much. Your ancestors are with you, your guides are with you, and they're showing you your new path. And I almost feel like you're not even the same person. Yes, there were things and situations, and you've transformed so much out of them. You've learned so many lessons because of it, and it's leading you to your right path. It's leading you to the path that you were meant to be. It's even connecting you with your soul family. It's connecting with you with your pack, your tribe. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.